I recently had a lot of firsts going on last week, so it was a whole bunch of noticing, reflecting, fixing, adjusting, being pissed off. It was a lot of that. I haven't really sewn like for clients how I wanted in like 3 years. Like I think it was about 3 years, and it was all because I sold something for a client, and basically when it came time for their show or whatever, and it came time to pay me, she was like she didn't like it, and when she said she didn't like it, I felt like that was something like I didn't do it right or I didn't pay attention. But working on some, I had to keep working, and that took a long time for me to even come back from sewing from that. Like that really bothered me because I thought that it was me. Like I wasn't good enough to sew this dress, and then I looked at the dress, and I was like, she just didn't want to pay me, truly. And I was already in my feelings about sewing. Like I've always been, or up till this point, I've always been pretty iffy about my sewing. Like you always wonder if it's gonna be good enough, if your client's gonna love it, if it's gonna come out like your sketches. Because sometimes that shit don't come out like the sketch, or you sew something, or even as a professional, I've been sewing for years. Even as a professional, I still make mistakes. Like I don't make the same mistakes I made when I first started sewing, but I still make mistakes. And taking on new clients was an issue for me because I would get to a point where it was something that I didn't know, and I didn't know where to go for the answer, and I didn't want to ask for help, and I didn't want to sit and watch for videos for hours. Like I had one problem since December, and it was apparently real simple, but I had that problem since December. It is now April, and I just now figured out how to fix it, and it's for a client, and I was totally freaking out and having anxiety attacks and all this other stuff, and still having to be a mom and wife, and still having to run my business. Like I felt real crazy still trying to push my business when I had orders that was like behind, like for real behind, because I couldn't get over something somebody said to me. Like I felt like they were supposed to look out for me, like that was supposed to be my sister, and what she wanted was free clothes. And quite honestly, if she had kept it 100 with me, she could have got a whole season of free clothes. Because at that time, I was like, dang, I just need somebody to wear my stuff. Just wear my stuff. Just wear my stuff. Instead of getting to your show and saying, I don't want to pay you, and then being in a car with me, talking about me, saying that you didn't want to pay for my dress, and you didn't like it, and how you had all these other problems. The problem wasn't me. The problem was you. And it took me a whole 3 years to realize that. Like, even for my sisters, like I wouldn't even sew for my sisters because I was still thinking about this one thing, or a few teachers that would take my designs and stuff and give it to their favorite student and stuff. Like that was real shit. Like those real things that you go through in fashion. It's real cutthroat because you have cheeky clients, you have cheeky teachers, you have people that are just plain cheeky, and then you have people that you run into like good people. And sometimes when you run into cheeky people, like people that do like underhanded stuff, like because I forget, some people like, what is cheeky? But you always have somebody that don't like what you're trying to do. You always have somebody that feel like your stuff is better than theirs, and if you get out, they won't be able to do what they do. Like it's always somebody that's gonna be in their feelings about what you do. And for 3 years, I'm talking about it, I'm still paying for school, and I'm over here worried about what one person said because they didn't pay me. And that truly shows you, that goes to show me, and as well as like people that watch, that goes to show you that everybody that say they're your friend, not your friend, especially in business. Like what I do is a valued thing. People are always going to need clothes, period. I don't care how much you spend on it, you're always going to need clothes. You're always going to need a hem. You're always going to need something for special occasions. I will always have a job. It is up to me whether I do that job or not. And I can't get stuck on what one person said because they were in their feelings. Or I can't be in my feelings about the project. Like during the project, I've been working on a few things lately. And every time I start sewing, there's always a problem that comes up. There's always something that comes up that has me that it's like, I should know this. Sometimes it's something that's been it's like I said, it's been a minute since I was just really sewing every day. It's been a minute. So with a degree or not, you forget some stuff, especially if you're not sewing every day. If you're not putting zippers and buttons and stuff in, you forget how to do some of that stuff. Hand stitching, oh my God, when I was doing it every day, that shit sucked. Like, I was like, ooh. And then I'm left-handed, I'm trying to sew right-handed. I have to go with my strengths. Like I was sewing right-handed because people, and this truly was the reason why I would sew with my right hand. Um, I write with my left hand, but everything else that I do with my right hand. So sewing with my right hand, I'm thinking that this should be a predominant thing, but it wasn't. I had to relearn a lot of things. Like a lot of things I felt like I should have known. Every time I had a project, something would come up to show me that, oh no, there's more to learn. And most times I would, if I got to that problem and I have a short deadline where, oh, I forgot that I needed to actually do the project and I thought it was going to take me like a day and it ended up taking me like 6 months. That happens. And what do you say? Like recently I had to call people and be like, put my big girl panties on and be like, you know what? I'm over here having anxiety attacks because I'm worried about messing up and shit. And I'm also worried about this timeline that we agreed on that's unrealistic. So hey, I need another week. I need another 2 weeks. I need another whatever. And they were like, okay, cool. That freed me up. And then having someone to wear it. Like I have a client that I totally respect just come through and she picked up her things and she loved them. And I was like, dang, old girl could have did that too, but that's not her spirit. Like that wasn't old girl spirit. Old girl spirit was just mean and conniving. She didn't know how to come to me like a real woman and say, hey, I don't have no money, but I got some shows and stuff coming up. Can we work something out? I thought we was cool enough for her to be like, hey, we can trade things. Like, nah, don't try to come for free. Come with something in your hand. I'm not saying I won't have anxiety about stuff. I'm not saying that it's not going to be, hard in the future. But what I am saying is the way I want to do business with anybody is, hey, I need a dress design. All right, cool. Let's sketch something out. Boom, boom, boom. You like that? Yeah, let's go get the fabric. All right, cool. And look, this is what I found. This is the price. My price is blah, 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 blah. Because, hey, I have to eat too. Some people come and thinking, oh, I can't afford it. But if you got a $600 weave, you got on $200 drawers, and you coming to me and you talking about I can't afford it, I look at you and laugh because there's a client, and I know beaucoup of them. There are clients that are waiting months to have me sew stuff for them. Skimp on something. There's a reason dresses are $1,000. There's a reason why dresses are $5,000. Fabric is not cheap at all. Difference in fabric just by touching it. If it's falling apart in your hands and you haven't even sewn it, just imagine you have to have a needle constantly in this fabric.